Piece around my neck is chess games. Shorty stay with calculated move like Beth Harmon. Swear I'm more perfect than Prince than Prince Charming. Disappointment, I stay expecting it. Drake is my shit. Man, welcome back to the live, man. Shit. Don't even know. I hate when that shit start fucking up. It always be going good, then it start fucking up. Shit. Hope this shit is right now. Golly. Hey, what's up, Gia? What's up, Jeff? Real low volume. Is this better? Shit, man. The shit was fucking up. He said, Gia's like, I was supposed to call Gia back right before we went live. That was my fault. My bad, Gia. You know, I be just trying to get my shit together. I don't even know why I got this far across the room and shit. I can't even see. Jared, what's up, my boy? Right on for letting me know. Hey, what's good, my boy Terry? I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Is the sound better? Is it too loud now, or is it too low? Or how does it sound? Yeah, I'm hungry as hell, man. Fuck. Yeah, I'm hungry as fuck, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I want some. I don't know, man. I'm trying to eat right and shit. It's not working out for me just yet. I got to do better, man. I got to do a lot better. Sub said, hey man, cause I don't want to fuck up your whole name, my boy. Subaruski? Is that it? Say, hey man, I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling great, bro. I'm feeling great, bro. We almost at like 18,000 subscribers, bro. I'm feeling great. Excuse me. Gia been mean to me. Gia always be mean to me. I've been trying to get Gia on the channel to do Rick and Morty, y'all. So I'm trying to get Gia on the channel to do Rick and Morty. I was like, hey, Gia, so you going to come on the channel to do Rick and Morty? Gia talking about something. I mean, I'm like, oh, shit. Here we go, bro. Long head ass and shit. Head long as a motherfucker, boy. God damn, boy. Shit. I'm like, so what, are you going to do it or are you not going to do it? She's like, I'm going to do it. I'm like, Gia, if you do it, we got to do the whole season, at least the whole first season. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, bro, we can't do a half. We got to do the whole first season. I mean, I'm like, oh my God. Then, y'all, look, I told Gia, right? Matter of fact, I got to do this with my boy Terry, bro. Terry, bro, you got to come over here. Now, I'm gonna do Rick and Morty with Gia. But Terry, bro, you got to come over here to my crib, bro, and you got to straight do this scary game with me because Gia be scared of the scary games, my boy. Gia be scared of the scary game. You got to come do, like, one of these scary games with me, like Blood Wash or some shit. Hey, what's up, my boy Jeff? He said it's Japanese. Ohayo gozaimasu. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Hajimemashite. He said, pay Gia. Pay Gia. Gia needs to pay me. She owes us for the channel. You hear me? This shit ain't free. You know what I'm saying? Some of the lies. Money talks, bro. Jeff, you supposed to be on my side, boy. You supposed to be on my side, bro. You supposed to be on my side, Jeff. Yeah, now I can actually hear myself talk. Yeah, Gia been ducking and dodging the channel like we motherfucking lava and shit. The little ass knees she got. Y'all, you know what I realized? Gia ain't got no knees, y'all. Said, let me know when. I'ma definitely let you know when, bro. Outlast is one of the scary games. I don't want to play Outlast. I really don't want to play Outlast. But if we look, after we get done with the Stick of Truth and a Fractured Butthole, it's up from there. I know everybody was saying play Grand Theft Auto. We could do that. We could play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. We could do that. We could do whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we, you know what I'm saying, we just gonna have to turn up. Y'all, we gonna get ready to get started in just a second. Like, we got a long live stream today. We're not doing a whole 2 hours. So I just want to say while everybody's in here, one, big shout out to everybody. I'm gonna get to everybody comment in just a second. Big shout out to everybody. I want to say thank y'all for helping me, helping the family, helping us as a team get this far. 18,000 subscribers is crazy because me and Gia were literally just talking. We were at like 16, then it was like 17, and we were like, okay, that's great. But before we had the chance to even celebrate 17, it was like boom, it was like an explode in the channel. And I'll tell you what video did it. It was this video that I dropped like 5 months ago that was black people racist black jokes in Family Guy, and since then it was just like I got like a notification that it was like kind of trending from the homeboy, and it was like, okay, I'm like, that's cool, but it went from like 20,000 to 36,000 views in like a day, and I'm like, damn, okay, and it was like just like a lot of people were joining the family from that, so I'm like, that's definitely dope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, Gia doesn't have any knees. That's one of the things about Gia. That's why when she stands up real stiff like this and shit. She walks like that and shit. Gia doesn't actually have knees. It's a medical condition and shit. But we're working on it. We're definitely working on it. When she come and does videos where she did grow her baby hairs back. So she does have baby hairs popping up all over the place. That's a side effect from fucking with your boy. All right, but she doesn't have knees. We're gonna have to work on that in another episode. Michael said love from Sam Bernardo, California. Hey, my boy, I gotta come to California, man, and turn up with y'all because I got some real Hollywood cousins. No, literally, they really from Hollywood. They literally stay in Hollywood. I need to go talk shit with my Hollywood cousins. You know what I'm saying? Your pronunciation is great, really, bro. Said I'm neon white, but speak it and live there. That's what's up, my boy. Yeah, man, I be studying some Japanese from time to time. I know a little kanji. I know how to write a little bit. I'm on like a preschool level, you know what I'm saying? Just a preschool level, you know what I'm saying? And shit like that, bro. I know, yeah, like just a little kanji, just a little katakana. I started with hargana, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to learn a little Japanese, but I haven't really fully embraced it because I got a lot of shit going on. But one day I'm gonna learn fluent, you know what I'm saying? Say domo arigato. Anyways, I don't know why I do the shit I do. Jay At said, did you get the Brandon Rogers video on Discord? I sent it. So that's thank you for bringing that up. So just to let y'all know, man, after the last live video, after YouTube literally shut it down, gave me a copyright strike, even though YouTube, oh, real quick, Peanut Butter White, happy belated birthday, my boy. Happy belated birthday. Happy belated birthday, my boy. Glad that you're in here with us chilling. My bad, I'm gonna get to everybody comment, but after YouTube had gave me a copyright strike, and you could talk to Gia, I was pissed. Jeff knows, Gia knows, everybody in the Discord knows I was pissed. I'm talking about pissed. I had never been, I was pissed when YouTube gave me that copyright strike, because I'm like, bro, I'm literally following the guidelines, you know what I'm saying, and when it comes to live videos, YouTube is extra strict about live videos, you know what I'm saying? And I understand why. But, you know, so right now I'm not taking requests, and I hope y'all understand. I'm definitely going to have some lit shit. Like today, we're definitely going to be doing some lit shit. We're going to be on here for at least about an hour. We're going to at least be on here for about an hour, and then I'm going to talk in with y'all right before I leave because I do have to do the video game tonight, and I don't want it to get too late. Because I like to do the video game. I want to get it edited, try to get it uploaded for tomorrow. So, you know what I'm saying? I just, you know, just doing the 3 videos, doing a live video, doing a gaming video, and then getting all of that shit edited and dropped is a lot. But but look, I put it like this, my boy. I'm not complaining because y'all put me in this position to grow and be great. So guess what the fuck I'm going to do? Like I told Gia, we fucking going to grow together and be great together, my boy. Like, I'm not finna slack. You know what I'm saying? You can't never slack when God puts you in position, bro. So fuck it, I'ma work. You know, we gonna work. Some guy with a guitar. What's up, my boy? Finally got to a live stream, man. I'm glad to have you here, my boy. Welcome all. Push the like. Yes, please, please. Jeff said it. Please push the like button. Hit that like button. Smack that like button. Spank that like button. You know what I'm saying? Like a slave. You know what I'm saying? Like a sex slave. Kyle, what's up, Kyle? Hey, what's up, my boy Kyle? Kyle's been so Kyle's my boy, man. Kyle has been very, very patient with me throughout the whole Patreon fiasco shit. And, you know, Kyle, I appreciate that. I really appreciate you being patient with me. Kyle, I really appreciate you going the extra mile for me, bro. I'm definitely going to have to make it up to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a lot of good things coming. Trav, what's up, Trav? So what we doing right now, man, we doing every episode of South Park ranked from worst to best. This is a 2-hour video, my boys. This is a 2-hour video, but we're only going to be doing an hour today, and we're going to be doing the other hour tomorrow, okay? So what's good is we're going to do a double live stream just because I couldn't finish everything today. And then, you know, we're going to be breaking it up for the channel. So if you know, for everybody that doesn't get to tune in on the live stream, we'll be able to get to tune in. We're actually going to get started soon because I don't even want to waste any time longer. I talk shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, the less time we'll have for this video, and I definitely want to give them as much as I can. Sub said, it's all good. It's really difficult to learn. I'm super happy that you come so far. Thank you, my boy. Never too late to start learning. Just lock this down and keep grinding. Fags, you know what I'm saying? I've been watching for a long time. Hey, man, shout out, man. OG, man. OG. Y'all know what to do, my boys and my girls. Yes, Gia has little baby hairs. Now, for my boys, y'all already know what to do, man. Everybody, right now, spam what's up to YouTube. Say what's up. Say hi to YouTube right now, man. Say hi to YouTube right now, bro. We are literally lit. You know what I'm saying? We are turned the fuck up. Nerdy Jarhead, my boy. Hey, look, real quick, before we get started, man, look, like I said, spam that like button. Spam what's up to YouTube. Say what's up, YouTube, man. We're getting ready to get started. Nerdy Jarhead, man, that's my boy. Man, I swear. What the fuck? Have y'all ever noticed this? Bro, I might be the dumbest nigga, bro. I'm not. Look, you see this? You see this? My boys, it literally fits in here perfectly. My boys, this shit is a cup holder. This is a cup holder. My boys, that's what they got these little things off the, I never knew that. Bro, these little things on the side, they literally hold this shit down, boy. Oh, shit. Yeah, this is my water. I don't want to fuck this up. Bro, this is a cup holder. The lid is a cup. Okay, all right. It's time to start. I need some weed. Green. Shit, Gia, bring the green. Anyways, y'all, getting ready to get started. Nerdy Jarhead has some really dope shit for us, man. Really dope compilations coming from Nerdy Jarhead. I'm really, really, really excited. He has a roast compilation for me. And not just out just yet, but boy, am I excited. Boy, am I excited. I cannot wait to debut it to y'all, boy, because I know that it's going to be hilarious. I know it's going to be hilarious. And he also has another compilation. We're going to follow up with that. Have you seen Power Rangers? Yes or no? I seen Power Rangers back in the day, you know, a long time ago. So I had that roast compilation before the next stream. I apologize for the wait. No, you're good, my boy. Right, what's up, my boy? Ezekiel! What's up, man? What's up? Hey, bro, we be straight working hard for real, man. Can't nobody tell us. We one of the most hard-working communities on YouTube. We get lit every fucking day. We're happy. Every time we drop a video, we get happy, bro. I'm talking about we laugh, we joke, we talk shit. We don't get too overly sensitive over here. We literally live. We don't even have a lot of haters over here. Like, our haters over here really are our biggest supporters, man. They don't even be hating. You know what I'm saying? Like, our haters be trying the best, but they just love us so much, bro. They love the community so much that we got over here, bro. They can't even hate properly, my boy, man. We winning over here, bro. Fuck everything. We winning. All right, let's get started. Hey, real quick, shout out to my boy Bloom. Shout out to my boy Bloom, bro. I've been doing a lot of his videos lately, bro, and I've been fucking with it.
When I was organizing this list, the D tier was definitely the easiest tier to organize, because South Park has so few episodes that I would truly consider bad. Even though they have so few bad episodes, the ones that are bad...
Look at this nigga, boy. The fuck? I could definitely tell this nigga is British, bro. Boy, look at this nigga chin, boy. Hold on, boy. Y'all know what this nigga chin looks like, boy. The sack chin ass, boy. What the fuck? This looks like an off-brand fucking, I don't know, bro. Fucking Dark Souls if it was animated. What the fuck is this?
Are truly, truly awful. So, to start off the list at number 309, the single worst episode of South Park, Pip. Now, unless you're a big fan of South Park and have seen all...
Look at the wife, bitch. They live in squander, boy. The fuck? The peasants, nasty ass nigga got socks on instead of shoes, and this bitch ain't even got feet. This bitch ain't even got no damn feet, boy. Hey, bro.
There's a pretty good chance that you've never even seen or heard of this episode. If that's the case, you're very lucky, because, to put it frankly, this episode is garbage.
It is,
The episode explores the backstory of Pip, who is already probably the least interesting and most forgettable character in the show. That's really all you need to know about this episode, because simply, this episode is so boring.
I think they just really just did my boy Pip in real bad. Like, they did my boy Pip in bad as fuck, boy. He said that boy live in squander. That boy don't do shit, boy. Look at this nigga family, boy. This bitch got a dirty quilt on, boy. Hey, look at her fucking fingers, boy. This shit's sharp as a motherfucker, boy. These niggas look like Dr. Seuss characters. No, y'all are not South Park characters. No, only Pip is the South Park character. Y'all are Dr. Seuss characters, boy. I'm finna get on y'all shit, boy. This nigga got bippity-boppity shoes on. Nasty ass.
Before I rewatched it for this list, I literally couldn't remember anything from this episode. It was so forgettable. All I remembered was that I hated this episode.
Harry Sack.
When I rewatched it, I understood why I hated it so much.
Right.
I think there's supposed to be jokes in the episode, but I can't tell because nothing is funny in this episode.
Right, it should look like an Addams Family rerun.
This is the only South Park episode where I didn't laugh at all. I don't even think I smiled watching this episode. It's so painful to watch.
It is.
I genuinely cannot understand what Matt and Trey were thinking making this episode.
I don't even think they gave a fuck. This is giving Pip a background story. Like and then they killed him off too. So I'm just like, damn, that's fucked up.
I'm at a loss for words for how bad this episode is. Even the characters in this episode, every single character is so poorly designed. They're just disgusting to look at.
Right.
I think that's supposed to be a joke, like a diss at British people, but I still don't know because it's not funny.
Right.
Nothing in this episode is funny, and nothing happens. It's so boring. Okay, sorry. I just got a little worked up. Let's just move on.
He said, let's move on.
Coming in at the 308 spot, we have white people renovating houses.
I really like this episode. That shit was funny, bro. Like, just the whole, them making fun of the, what is that? What is that show? You know, when they be like, move that bus and shit, and they move that bus, and there's a whole extreme makeover. Extreme home makeover. That shit wasn't even that bad, bro. That shit wasn't even that bad, bro. But I like this. I like their interpretation of this shit, though.
This episode perfectly embodies...
Oh, shit, bro. We got a super chat. Help. Thank you, my boy Jeff. It says to help get Gia new knees. Y'all, if y'all know, Gia hasn't been on the channel because she is suffering from lack of knees, okay? It's just, she just doesn't have any knees. So if anybody on here can spare any knees or just any money to get her some knees, every little dollar counts. You know what I'm saying? It just get, if y'all need, in the arms of the angel. Just imagine that shit was playing in the background. Please, if anybody can spare any knees to give to Gia, she just doesn't have any knees.
The issues that I personally have with seasons 20 and 21 of South Park. Watching this episode is kind of like what I would imagine it to be like to have a stroke. That's because this episode feels like it's beating you over the head with its message, being extremely blatant and obvious with what it's trying to say.
Right.
But at the same time, I feel like I have no clue what's going on. What feels like the only joke in this episode is done over and over and over again the entire episode.
I think that was the joke. So the good thing about this episode, excuse me, my bad. The good thing about this episode was more or less, this wasn't a expansion on Randy's personal character, and I think that that's really what it was. It was an expansion on Randy. It wasn't so much to be a hilarious episode. I think they were just trying to expand on him as a character.
And that's basically it. It's just one joke done over and over again. It's just so uncharacteristic of South Park because there's just absolutely no nuance or any depth to what they're saying. They just made a joke that wasn't even really funny to begin with, and then just said it over and over again, and that's it. And that's the whole episode. Pretty bad. All right, now coming in at our 307th place, we have
boy
A
Tally.
Million Little Fibers.
Hey, bro, Oprah was thick as hell in this book. What is she? I was like, hold on. It made me have to look her up in the real life, man. Nice tits.
If you've seen this episode,
Whoa!
you understand why I don't have much to say here. This is another example of the creators taking a joke that wasn't funny in the first place and going,
Boy, she got a donk, don't she? Shit.
way too far with it. Towley trying to write an autobiography was kind of
Hey, shout out to my boy Kenny with the drip.
Wasn't that funny, but I mean, at least it was kind of interesting. And of course, the Oprah subplot, it just cringe. That's all it was. Just
What's up, my boy
pure
T?
cringe.
What's
All
up,
right,
T?
Coming up next in 306th, we have Terrance and Phillip in Not Without My Anus. Again, with this episode, there's really not much to say. It's just an episode of Terrance and Phillip, which,
Right.
I mean, it's about what you expect it to be.
Right.
The
I
only
guess I can
redeeming
see
quality this episode has is that I kind of laughed sometimes, like I snickered, but that's about it.
that. Well, you know, the good thing is, and I say this like in a positive way. The good thing is, really, you know, it's really just like, you know how like they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. The good thing is there's some things that you might laugh at and some things you might not laugh at, and some things everybody laughs at, and some things everybody just don't laugh at all at. And I think that it just comes down to personal preference. But I get what Bloom is saying. Like, when I remember the episode, I'm remembering more about a journey of Terrance and Phillip more than it was like a classic funny South Park episode. I was just like, we just kind of got more insight on them and the Canadian government and, you know, yada yada. So it was a good expansion. So I wouldn't say, I'm glad that he put it at this part of, the video, because I'm like, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like, oh my God, this is hilarious. And I think that was the biggest thing that he was trying to get across to it.
It sucks. Now, coming in at 305th place, we have Terrance and Phillip Behind the Blow. Now, this is when you may begin to realize that there is a bit of a pattern of what episodes are bad episodes.
Yeah,
and
like the spinoff.
That pattern is just, if it's a Terrance and Phillip episode, it probably sucks.
Damn.
Which is a shame, because I don't think Terrance and Phillip are inherently unfunny. The problem is when they try to stretch that humor into an entire episode.
What? What is he doing to him?
Episode is. Once again, not that funny, pretty forgettable, bad episode. All right, landing in our 304th spot, we have Jack Off.
The Duck Man, nasty ass, boy. What the fuck? Nigga, arms long as hell, boy. Get your globe head ass, boy. Get your crystal ball head ass, boy. I'm finna get on your shit, boy. Looking like a yellow cheese puff, boy. Distorted peep looking ass, boy. That cow looking at you like, boy, you fucked up.
Offisaurs. This is another example of an episode that's just kind of
mutated duck looking ass.
Painful to watch. It's just not really that funny, and the Jack Offisaurs are just so ear-gratingly annoying that it's a tough watch, to say the least.
What?
All right, coming in at number 303, we have City on the Edge of Forever. This is another episode that, unless you're a really, really big fan of South Park, you probably haven't even seen this episode.
I forgot this, though.
I don't suggest watching.
What's up, Hood Switch?
The kids get stuck on the edge of a cliff in a bus, and they can't leave the bus because then it won't be balanced anymore. So they're just having false memories about the previous episodes of South Park. Meanwhile, Miss Crabtree goes to find help, and it follows her as she goes and looks for help. And she's already one of the most annoying characters in the show, so her talking for the entire episode.
I know her breath stinks. Like, I know her breath smell like shit stains, bro. I'm just like, just already stains. Man, not even shit, but the stain of it. Like, damn, bitch. Like, cause you could tell by her teeth that she just been chewing on, I don't know, fucking Legos, bricks, ass, donuts. I don't even know, boy. Like, I mean, she was chewing on the last nigga, the peep nigga, boy. She was chewing on his ass. Nasty ass.
Episode is just painful.
Be quiet back there! These roads are slick!
Bitch.
All right, up next at number 302, we have Royal Pudding. Don't really have much to say about this episode. It's pretty forgettable, and it just simply isn't very funny.
My boy Bloom don't like shit.
That's about it. Next at 301st, we have Eat, Pray, Queef.
Oh,
Now, I'm a big fan
no.
of dumb, immature humor when it's done in a way that acknowledges the
Damn,
fact that
it blew my nigga. Hey, bro, that man had 3 lines of hair on the top. Think of this. But do this with your hand. Slap that shit on your head. Stupid ass, that's his nigga hair, boy. Let that shit go, boy. Damn, that shit look like heat waves coming down to your eyebrows, stupid ass, boy. Hey, that nigga's hair was fucked up. But look, to get fucking blasted with a queef, boy, that shit was almost a Pokemon attack.
it's dumb and immature. And South Park's really good at it. That's one of their specialties. But in this episode, there's no acknowledgement. The humor in this episode can be broken down into farts equal funny, queefs equal not funny. And that's really it. It kind of sucks. All right, and coming in at the 300th spot, we have Mr. Garrison's fancy new vagina. Now, I would say this episode isn't actually that bad.
It is
Arguably,
funny.
It doesn't belong in the D tier, but what really made me put it in the D tier is a very specific scene at the beginning of the episode that, if you know what I'm talking about, you know why it's here.
Okay,
That's
what
really
was
all I
that?
have to say about it.
Damn, I don't remember it, bro.
All right, and at our 299th spot, we have
A crippled summer.
This episode follows Nathan and Mimsy, who
Just what, you know, it's funny. Just the fact of the names alone is hilarious. The names alone in this is hilarious, y'all. That's what really is funny right there.
I think can be funny, but here they just kind of drop the ball. It's just like kind of devolves into like a Looney Tunes episode.
Mimsy!
Not really in a good way. So, yeah. I guess the Towley drug addiction thing is kind of funny. but
Towley
even
has
that
agreed
is
to be in a
forgettable,
documentary.
So I have nothing else to say.
Tally drug addiction was
All right,
hilarious.
Rounding out the D tier, coming in at 290th
Oh, yeah,
place,
fuck this
we
shit.
have Funny Bot.
Yeah.
Now, from a surface level, this episode is just painfully unfunny, but I almost think that this episode could honestly be S tier. And here's why. One of the main points they make in this episode is about how a comedy award show is a terrible idea because you'd be taking comedy seriously, which is kind of the opposite of what comedy is.
Right,
so
right.
what if they made the episode intentionally unfunny as a way to you know what? Never mind. I lost.
Bloom, I love your pauses, bro. That shit is hilarious.
the theory.
That's
This
comic.
episode just
That's
sucks.
comedy.
And
That's really comedy.
Say goodbye to daily insulin injections.
What?
And simplify life with
okay.
diabetes with
Okay.
Omnipod.
Shout out
And
to
they-
them. Shout out to them, my boy. I'm glad they actually got something to help people out for once.
Thankfully, we're now past every episode that I think is a bad episode of South Park, and we're into the C tier. As I mentioned earlier, the C tier
Okay.
ranges from okay but forgettable episodes to decent episodes that are just kind of eh. So let's start it off. The first episode in the C tier, coming in at 297th
wow.
place, is a History Channel Thanksgiving. Honestly, this might be the most forgettable episode in the entire show.
Right, because I so forgot that shit.
When I was ranking these episodes, I actually had absolutely no recollection of this episode in any way. I didn't even remember it existing. When I went back
Right.
and watched it, it was kind of meh. It was a parody of the History Channel and how they...
Imagine making something and somebody was like imagine making something, spending time on it, going the extra mile, doing animation, recording the voices, and then all you get is an unforgettable. Oh no, I mean all you get is a forgettable meh. That's fucked up, but it is what it is. But hey, if it's meh, It's meh. Shit, but that's hilarious, my boy.
Like to promote these crazy conspiracy theories and all that kind of stuff. But overall,
Boston Red
because
Sox.
it's so forgettable, I think it belongs at the very bottom of the C tier.
You
Up
said that
next
was
at
interesting, to say the
296th,
least.
we have Free Hat. Now, I think this episode is actually pretty clever in how they make fun of Steven Spielberg and George Lucas and what they're doing to their old movies. The problem arises in the execution of this idea. I'll admit I thought it was kind of funny at the beginning when they did it. It was a little bit weird, but it was still pretty funny and tasteful.
Yeah.
But as the episode went on and it kept getting more and more vivid and detailed, it kind of lost the humor in my opinion. It just kind of became disturbing. And this is coming from someone who loves dark humor as much as anyone else.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm talking about, like, that episode I refused to do on the channel because it was so disturbing. Like, I'm like, it's not even the fact that if I think it's funny or not. I'm like, dude, this is weird, bro. Like, man or woman, the R word, y'all know what it is. Please do not post it in the comments. Don't post it. You know what I'm talking about. Just the R word in general is just one that's not funny. I mean, I've seen some comedians make it kind of like Dave Chappelle has made it funny, like ish. But how South Park did it, I'm like, this is not funny at all. And quite frankly, this was a disturbing ass episode, bro. Like, I was looking at it like, okay. 2 times here, real quick, I'm gonna say this. 2 times. The 2 times I've tried to tiptoe one of my friends or somebody into an episode, I always pick the most fucked up episode to do it on accident. The first time I was trying to get my homeboy into South Park, and I randomly showed him an episode, and that was literally the chef's death episode, and I was like, oh, that was disturbing as fuck. And then when I tried to show this one girl, I was chilling with her, we was laying up, yada yada. She's like, okay, so you be into South Park, you be into other shit. So like, what you know what I'm saying? Like, show me an episode, like, you know, give me, you know, she trying to connect with me. You know what I'm saying? She trying to connect with your boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, rest in peace, my boy Chef. She was trying to connect with your boy. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? The mood set. We had a little incident going. You know what I'm saying? We laid back. We chilling. It was like right before the Netflix and chill. So it was like we was chilling and shit. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? We still in the talking. You know, we was actually talking. This wasn't before you know, when you put on the little movie that, you know, the little movie that y'all ain't really gonna watch the movie Netflix, or you still there? No, nigga, you know what we doing, Netflix. You know what we doing. That was right before that, and I put on that episode, and it was the Steven Spielberg episode, and I was like, God damn, this is awkward. I had to change it, and we had a whole discussion about the shit, and I was just like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, this was not the episode to, you know, like, she's like, is this what you're into? I'm like, South Park isn't like this, you know what I'm saying? And I showed her another episode, and she laughed, and we were cool, but it was just like, damn, bro.
But I just think they took it too far to a place it didn't have to go to, and even though I think,
like, look at this shit, bro. What the fuck?
Coming in at number,
that's literally the part we stopped on. I was like, okay, let me turn this shit off.
For 295, we have Chupacabra.
The Jabberwocky.
This is another episode that's kind of forgettable. It has some good moments, like Cartman being classic Cartman and being extremely racist.
What's up, my boy Sam?
Only to, at the end of the episode, become Jewish himself. But other than that, it was just an okay episode, and I think it belongs here.
Right, I feel you.
At 294, we have Hummels and Heroin.
No. I love this episode. In the end, where Stan's grandpa goes postal on them old bitches, boy, and the girl right here always farting and shit, walking around farting. That shit was hilarious, boy.
This episode parodies the opioid epidemic and how it's affecting celebrities. I think it's a pretty funny episode. It has some memorable moments, like instead of real celebrities overdosing, they have mascots overdosing at kids' birthday parties.
Right.
And how they parody a nursing home to make it look like it's a prison that's smuggling drugs in and out. I think this episode is pretty funny. My only problem with it is that they didn't really have much to say about the actual opioid epidemic.
Right.
Other than that, it's a decent episode.
Yeah, that's pretty good,
and
bro.
at 293rd, we have The Problem with a Poo. This episode is parodying cancel culture, which I think is something that everyone wanted South Park to tackle before this.
Right.
So when they finally did, I think we all had very high expectations for it. And this episode definitely isn't bad. I just think it's a little bit underwhelming by South Park standards, especially when they're talking about a topic as controversial as cancel culture.
They might be able to do it again and really like go hard at it, but yeah, I get where you coming from with that, my boy, for real.
All in all, I think it was a funny episode, but I definitely feel like they could have said more. Coming in at 292, we have Smurfs chocolate salty balls. This episode also is pretty forgettable. It's not very noteworthy, but the main redeeming factor of this episode is the fact that it has the song Chocolate Salty Balls in it,
Facts.
which is arguably one of the most iconic songs of the whole franchise,
Facts.
and definitely Chef's most iconic song. So, yeah. At
Quizzy on demand, let it
291st
burn.
is A Very Crappy Christmas. You may be beginning to notice a pattern in my analysis in this tier, and that's that most of these episodes are just kind of forgettable, kind of and this episode is a pretty good example of that. I think the funniest part in this episode is the fact that the boys create their own animation using paper cutouts.
And you know what's interesting? The whole creating their own animation with the paper cutouts. I wonder if low-key that was like an Easter egg to how Matt and Trey used to create animation for South Park in the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Stop motion, which is clearly a
like, look at that. Like, that could be literally Matt and Trey. You see what I'm saying? And I wonder if that is like I said, a Easter egg. You know what I'm saying? I think that's, if so, I think that was dope. Some guy with a guitar, my boy said, he said it was. Okay, that's what I thought. You know what I'm saying? Your boy's putting some shit to get together. 1, 2 equals 5. I'm glass, boy. I'm finna get on your shit, boy. No, but yeah, right on for that, my boy. And yeah, I do think that. I really do. And that's what's up. I like that. I like when they can go back in and kind of like make a reference to something that they used to do. Like, that shit lit to me.
Reference to how Matt and Trey created South Park.
Oh, and then he just fucking said it, bro.
At first, so I think that's funny, but
I miss Chef too, bro.
Up next is the episode Going Native. The main joke in this episode is making fun of the people who go to Hawaii and all of a sudden act like they're natives to Hawaii, even though they only vacation there sometimes.
Right.
I think that whole bit that they do is kind of funny, but the only problem that I really have with this episode is the fact that they make Butters act very uncharacteristically for this episode, solely for the purpose of the plot. And I don't really like that, but other than that, this episode is pretty decent.
Okay.
At 289, we have It's Christmas in Canada. The boys go to Canada in an attempt to rescue Ike from his real parents, who decided they wanted Ike back and took...
What's up, my boy? The underground is back. He said, I love that Going Native. It's a good episode. I think that's solid.
Took him with them. The best part of this video is easily Cartman complaining the entire time about not wanting to miss Christmas and threatening Kyle that if they do miss Christmas, he's going to kick his ass. Only for Cartman to challenge Kyle to a fight and get punched in the face and start crying. At 288th, we have Taming...
this was funny as hell.
This episode has about exposing children to sexual content and the age at which they're exposed to sexual content.
Right.
The main thing I don't like about this episode is how they use Ike to portray a child going through puberty and all the emotions that come along with that. Mainly because Ike is such a cute and innocent character. It's just hard to watch him become this gross, pubescent character.
I think, and that was the whole point. I think that was the main point of it. It was like, bro, when you would never think, like, if we watched Butters do that, we would have been like, oh, okay, but Butters has his moments where he just, like, can go off, like the pimp episode and yada yada, all this other stuff. Like, that was dope. But Ike, you wouldn't think in a million years that he would go off on his brother like that. Remember, he drew his brother that whooping crane on his head and shit, that damn whooping crane. He said, oh, okay, it's nice, whooping crane, you know, nice little crane on your head. It's like, bro, what the fuck? That ain't no crane, my boy.
But ignoring that, pretty good episode. At 287 is Happy Holidays.
Oh, hell no.
This episode is the finale of season 18, which is one of my favorite seasons and one of the first seasons to try any sort of serialization of any kind. And while I do think this episode is pretty funny, my biggest problem with it is I think they were...
Hey, man, shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy, Jeff. Did he change his name to Mr. Hanky? Howdy ho!
Trying to do too much with this episode. And
Thank you for the super chat, my boy. I appreciate you.
I think maybe that was intentional, but the episode just comes across
My
as
boy said
extremely
Professor
confusing,
Chaos.
and I really have no clue what's happening for the last 15 minutes of the episode, so it's a little bit weird, but I still think it's funny. In 286th place, we have More Crap.
More crap. Oh
No,
yeah, the episode where he literally was going crap inside him. Yeah, Canadians are chill as fuck. I met a few Canadian people, bro. Every Canadian that I met personally have been laid back and cool as hell, bro. Don't mention maple syrup is a touchy subject. And another thing that I asked them, which was I guess a little racist. It was a little racist to Canadians. I asked them about maple syrup, and then I also asked them, does everybody leave their door unlocked? Is that a thing in Canada? And I literally asked that because I was so ignorant. I didn't know. They all stopped and looked at me and said, do you leave your fucking door unlocked? I said, point taken. Point taken, bitch. You didn't have to say that shit like that to me. But point taken. I understand. I got you, my boy. We won't have that discussion again. And then the funniest thing happened. Dude came out of nowhere. He's like, bro, I'm just fucking with you, bro. Yeah, man, I'll leave that shit unlocked. I'm like, are you serious? I didn't know. I did not know that. I don't think all Canadian people leave their door unlocked. I think that it was just something that I seen, and I was just like, really? Is that a thing? Like, is it that safe in Canada where people leave their door unlocked and leave it all, like, the screen door open? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Pardon me, because I don't want to be ignorant to the subject. I'm really just asking the question for real. No one here leaves our door unlocked. That was because of one documentary. Bro, I'll send you some syrup, though. My boy, I need some real syrup, my boy. I need some real syrup, preferably from Amonti. You know what I'm saying? I need some syrup for real, though, bro.
You can't really expect an episode with almost solely poop-based humor to place very high on this list, but this is still pretty good for what it is. I think the twist ending with Bono being the record rather than setting the record is a pretty clever twist, and yeah, decent episode.
Solid.
In 285th place, we have Splatty Tomato. The season finale of season 21 has some alright jokes in it, but once again, pretty forgettable. That's it. At 285 is Lice Capades. When I try to think of bizarre South Park episodes, this is definitely one of the ones that comes to mind. I think it's funny that it takes place in the world of the lice.
Yeah, that was kind of dope,
the lice
though.
from their hair, and it clearly parodies disaster movies like 20.
He was like, oh my God. Yeah, that was really dope. Okay, Jeff, I got you. That was really dope. What my people say. A little intermission real quick. Maple syrup go crazy. Dark Prism, what's up, my boy? Maple syrup is surprisingly so freaking good. Like you never want to go back to corn syrup again. He said, I'll be right back. Okay, Jeff. This episode is fire, mama. He said, my boy. It's my birthday boy. My birthday boy.
2012. But I can't really help but think, what was this episode? At 283 is Butterballs.
Butterballs.
This is a pretty dark episode because it tackles bullying, and one of the main ways they showcase it is through Butters being bullied by his grandma, which I think is a clever idea because the obvious juxtaposition between a friendly-looking grandma and being a bully is pretty funny, but it's still pretty hard to watch Butters get repeatedly bullied by his grandma over and over again.
Yeah, I feel you. But he does get back at that bitch at the end, though.
Of course, Stan hopping on the anti-bullying train just as a way to make people like him is pretty typical of his character, but other than that, okay episode. In the 282nd spot is Let Them Eat Goo, a parody of the Beyond Meat craze that's been happening recently. This episode is a very interesting take on that, since the episode makes the point that it's all just processed crap anyways. Is it really that much healthier for you? A pretty
Hey, all my moderators that's in here right now, do me a favor. Every time you see a message that needs to be approved, approve that for me, my boy. Anybody is fine, but just approve that for me. I appreciate y'all.
Controversial point, but I think the best part of this episode is watching the side plot of Randy and Towley selling weed.
Thank you.
Burgers.
Appreciate y'all.
It created some dumb laughs, and I enjoyed it. At 281 is Douche and a Danish. This is the
What's up,
lowest
my boy?
ranking episode I have from season 20, and you'll see that it's not much lower than the other ones from season 20, as I'm just simply not a big fan of season 20.
Danish is for
and
Denmark.
I'm probably not going to talk about it very much, so yeah, this episode is kind of funny, kind of forgettable.
I like this episode, right, because this is the episode where what's his name, bro? God damn, what is Kyle's dad's name? Golly, bro, somebody help me out. Kyle's dad. That's when he was Slut Master 65 or some shit like that, and he literally is marching around with this fat dude just so that way they can Gerald. Thank y'all, Gerald. So yeah, that's literally him marching around with this fat dude and shit like that. That shit was hilarious to me, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I really did like this episode.
Not that interesting in my opinion. Next one. At 280 is I Should Have Never Gone Ziplining. I think anyone that's been ziplining can respect this episode a bit more than the average person because it is pretty accurate. Ziplining is a little bit underwhelming. And I think it's funny that they parodied one of those shows that document people who struggle for survival when they get stuck somewhere. So, all in all, decent episode. Coming in at 279th, we have Members Only. As I mentioned,
Skank Hunt 42. What did I say? He's a Slut Master 69.
I'm not a big fan of season 20, so my commentary for basically every episode will be the same thing.
Right.
Pretty forgettable, kind of funny, but not that funny. That's about it. At 278 is the end of serialization as we know it.
Okay.
Also a season 20 episode, actually the season 20 finale, reminiscent of the season 18.
What? Boy, put some pants
I really
on.
Didn't understand what was happening through most of this episode. I kind of had to go back and watch it a couple times to get it at all. Once again, kind of funny, not that funny. That's about it.
Hey, y'all, real quick, did y'all see that? This is the City Museum in St. Louis, bro. Like, honestly, I'm gonna let it play, but honestly, it's so dope to go here. I've been going here ever since I was a kid. It is literally one of the best things to do in St. Louis. Like, it's so many tunnels and caves. It's in one gigantic ass building. You can go through so many things. All the artwork is literally, you can go through it. It's really fun if you're a kid. Really cool if you're an adult and you're really high or really drunk. You know what I'm saying? So you see all this shit? Like, it's huge. Like, it's definitely a dope ass place. Okay, that's enough.
At 277 is Not Funny. Yet another season 20 episode. Really watching the whole skank hunt plot unfold in Denmark and all that was a big part of this episode, and I'm just not a big fan of that whole subplot, so yeah. Also, I'm beginning to think that I probably should have placed these season 20 episodes lower than I have because of how much I'm complaining about them, but, you know, it's whatever. Up next at 276 is Quintuple.
Terry knows what I'm talking about. The Underground, I ain't gonna lie. But love the 6 to St. Louis for especially music. Oh, yeah. Our music go hard down here, my boy. Looks like a playground. Yes, it is amazing. I'm not even gonna lie. It is. It's just... It pretty much is like that. It's nothing to do in there but play, jump, skip, dip, slip, all type of shit. All I had was... What the fuck? What did you say? All I had was... What? String... But I don't know why I can't pronounce that to save my fucking life, bro. Okay. It's not you, it's me, bro.
2000. Another
It's
episode
not you,
I
it's
had
me.
almost no recollection of existing. After a quick rewatch, I discovered that this episode is actually better than I remembered it being. It's still not a great episode by any means, but, you know, there are still some funny bits in there, and
Right.
it's solid, I guess.
Right.
At 275...
Look at this nigga's eyes, bro.
This is another episode of Nathan and Mimsy attempting to sabotage Jimmy and Timmy. All around, it's definitely better.
What's up, man? Big love for my boys up north, man, in Chicago, man. Big love, my boy Dub, man. Thank you for being here, my boy. I got a lot of love for Chicago, my boy. All our music artists try to be like y'all. A lot of love, man. St. Louis, bro. Definitely, bro. Definitely St. Louis loves Chicago and vice versa, bro.
Better than something like Crippled Summer. I think it's funny how they try to sabotage their experiment and, of course, end up making it better. This episode also has a very bizarre twist when it's revealed that the people who are interested in this project aren't actually the government or FBI. They're the NFL looking to fill their stadium with fans.
What?
Yeah, it was kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about that, but it was okay. At 274, OGs. This episode is definitely better than most of the season 20 counterparts.
The fact that they made Caitlyn Jenner look like that is hilarious and fucked up. Like, why the hell is this woman's tongue hung out?
It definitely had a more sound message about privacy and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely think it was better than the rest of season 20 for the most part, but all around, just an okay episode. At 273 is Chickenpox. Once again, this episode is nothing too special. It follows the boys as their moms attempt to give them chickenpox so that they don't get affected later in life by it.
Shit,
And
I remember
that's
this.
about it.
But then, do you remember at the end? The end was funny. I believe is like when they discovered that shit that they were trying to give them chickenpox, and then they all got a whore from off the street to lick on all their toothbrushes and shit and give them herpes and shit or something like that. That shit was hilarious.
Coming in at 272nd, we have Jubilee. Now, this is another episode that's kind of forgettable. Nothing super notable happens in this episode, but it does have some funny parts to it. Like, for example, it's the introduction of Moses in this series, and it also includes Kenny sacrificing himself to save the others, which is a common theme in the series. And not to mention it has this joke, which I find pretty funny.
What do you desire from us, your children?
I desire macaroni pictures.
What?
At 271, we have the Tooth Fairy's Tats 2000. This episode follows the format of parodying Godfather-type movies or movies with drug lords. But instead of drugs, the merchandise being moved are teeth. To get money from the Tooth
You're
Fairy.
right, Underground.
All around, pretty funny episode. At the 270th spot, we have Preschool. This is a good example of classic South Park and how the boys react to certain situations.
Right.
When the boy they sent to jail in preschool finally gets out and decides to come for them, of course, they don't learn their lesson and end up getting him sent to jail again with no responsibility.
Right.
Good episode.
That's fucked
At
up.
269, we have Goth Kids 3, Dawn of the Posers. There's nothing really too memorable about this episode. The main reason it's placed as high as it is solely because of this running gag throughout the episode.
Okay, hold up. You mean that one of us might not really be a damn kid?
That man definitely likes kids, if you know what I mean. Hell no, boy.
Right.
Well, whoever you is, you better get your ass ready to run, motherfucker, because you're a damn traitor. And I'll bet you it's this little right here.
At 268, we have Mystery of the
Hilarious.
Year. The main plot following Cartman and his exploration into conspiracy theories, I think, is actually a pretty
What's
good
good, my boy?
plot. The reason this episode isn't placed higher is because of the side plot with the Hardley boys, which is kind of just a weird fever dream of a plot. I don't know. It's just makes me kind of uncomfortable. So
Right, them niggas talk with their teeth. I don't want to do it, Douglas.
okay, episode. At 267,
Stiff
we
teeth
have Canada
ass.
on strike.
No, this episode was dope. This episode with all the old famous YouTubers, like some of the first people to ever go viral, Laughing Kid, Karate Nunchuck Boy, Chocolate Rain over there, bro. They made Chocolate Rain over there was hilarious, my boy. And then that fat man, yeah, hi, ho, why ya, who? Yeah, that nigga's hilariously fat. Yes, my boy, that's crazy, cause that's old YouTube, bro. That's literally old YouTube. They the OGs of YouTube, my boy. Some of the OGs, like Crank That Soldier Boy.
Maybe if it was still 2008, this episode would have placed a lot higher, but rewatching it now, it's pretty clearly dated in a lot of its references. Its references to internet culture and viral videos, while it does provide...
But I think that was the point of it, is like to be older. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think that was the point of it. That all the old references were because this was a date and time way back when, you know, all these people were popping and they were like going viral for the first time. Like YouTube saw some of his most viral content with these people, and I think that's what they were trying to get at.
Provides some sort of nostalgia, it mostly ends up just being a little bit cringy and outdated, but still a funny episode. At 266, we have Faith Hilling. From one meme referencing episode to another, this episode tackles the 2011 trend of planking and all of its counterparts. And while it's not the funniest episodes, some of the parodies of planking that it included are pretty clever, so I'll give it that.
Right.
At 265th, we have Roger Ebert should lay off the fatty foods.
This nigga's face looks
All around,
serious.
this episode kind of feels like a fever
Look at this nigga's face. It looks serious.
dream. It includes the boys visiting the planetarium, or sorry, should I say planetarium?
Okay.
And while there, they end up getting brainwashed to love working at the planetarium. It's very bizarre. And it also includes Carmen trying to audition for the Cheesy Poops commercial, which is a pretty classic bit.
But I have a bone disease, which impedes my ability to pronounce the T in planetarium. That's a pretty weird bone disease.
Coming in at 264th, we have Helen Keller, the musical. I would say this episode is pretty forgettable for the most part. I really didn't remember anything about it when I was writing the script.
Turkey
The redeeming
gobbles.
factor of this episode, however, is
Timmy.
Gobbles, the disabled turkey, and I think it's pretty wholesome and cute.
Yeah.
All around saves the episode.
I like that.
At 263rd is Bike Parade. This episode has a pretty solid message on consumerism in the modern society. Because all the Amazon workers boycott the poor working conditions, the town no longer has anyone to deliver the packages that they order, so it becomes the conversation of, without Amazon's unethical practices, there's no way for Amazon to be as convenient as it is. All around good episode. At 262 is Follow That Egg.
Amazon is built off of the backs of slave labor. Looking at us, well, I'm finna go and shit. No, boy, they ain't lying, boy. Amazon used to work my ass like a dog, boy. They used to work my ass. Fucking thought I was a stripper. They was work my ass, bro. For real, man. I don't know if y'all OGs on the channel seen my Amazon vlog. The day I quit Amazon, I was pissed. I was done. I said, y'all, I had like 500 packages or some shit. It was like right going on Christmas and shit. I had like 500, 600 packages, and they were gonna send somebody with me to split up the load. And I was like, bro, I fucking quit, bro. I fucking quit. I fucking no, Paul. Ain't no damn pause. They used to work my ass. Worked it. They used to work it to death.
Mr. Garrison, in my opinion, has always been one of the
Pause though. Pause though.
best characters in the show. He's the perfect way to make fun of extremists on any side of an issue. With the goal of banning gay marriage solely because his ex-boyfriend is getting married, he hires a hitman to assassinate an egg that he assigned as a school project for his children in order to prove that gay people can't take care of children. Funny
That's
episode.
fucked up.
At 261 is Erection Day. A classic dumb South Park episode. This follows Jimmy trying to get rid of his erection before the school talent show. He goes through some wacky adventures to get there, and all around pretty funny episode.
Thanks,
At
Underground.
260th is franchise prequel.
In the
Personally,
bathtub.
I'm a big fan of making fun of superhero movies, which they definitely do a lot in this episode. This episode, however, also makes fun of Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg, but they do it in such a bizarre way by making Mark Zuckerberg this weird, like dubbed over anime character. It's just very bizarre. So
Right.
it's an okay
It's
episode.
like saying you're a
For
robot.
those few who don't know, could you tell us who you are?
I am the founder and chairman of Facebook, but I also have a style that is completely unblockable.
At 259 is Bebe's Boobs Destroy Society.
Oh,
Another
shit.
classic dumb episode.
This was
When Bebe
funny.
begins to develop earlier than
Look
all
at
the
these
other
niggas'
girls,
faces.
all of a sudden the guys take a strong liking to her. They basically become Neanderthals fighting to be alpha male. Pretty fun. At 258 is Ike's Wee Wee. The main
What?
plot of this episode is also rather forgettable as the boys try to save Ike from his bris. But I find the side
love
plot
y'all.
of following Mr. Mackey's adventures with drugs pretty funny, as obviously he's always the one.
Look at this nigga's
Drugs are
head.
bad, okay. At 200,
Drugs are bad. Okay. Drugs, they're bad. They're bad.
57 is Are You There, God? It's Me, Jesus. This episode's pretty funny all around, with the boys thinking that they get their period even though they just have stomach infections. And making God be such an ugly creature, I think, was a pretty funny touch to the episode. All around a pretty funny episode.
Wow.
He is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end.
Well, yeah, but that?
Coming in at 256 is Tweak versus Greg. Once again, a classic episode where basically the boys are bored, so they manipulate Tweak and Craig into fighting each other.
Classic
The side plot with the
episode.
woodshop teacher is a little weird, but other than that, good episode.
Classic
At 255 is Summer Sucks. Since South Park has banned fireworks, the mayor decides to create the world's largest snake for the 4th of July celebration. They did not account for how long it would last, and it ends up lasting a very, very long time. Meanwhile, Jimbo and Ned go to Mexico and get arrested for fireworks. Good episode.
Shit, I gotta go get me some fireworks in a minute, too.
At 254 is the new Terrance and Phillip movie trailer. This episode makes fun of Russell Crowe. Enough said, really.
Fighting round the world.
Looking
At
ass.
253 is Bass to Mouth. This episode parodies the WikiLeaks controversy that happened at this time. It's kind of forgettable, but it has Lemmy Winks, so I mean I can't put it that low. And also
Right.
Carmen gets thrown under a bus.
Damn!
At 252 we have Tegrity Farms
I
Halloween
forgot
Special.
about that.
I've rewatched this episode several times, and I honestly still have no clue what is happening in this episode. Like Butters with the mummy and Randy and Towley being extremely high, it's just so confusing, but makes for an entertaining episode. Coming in at 251 is Butters'
was
very
fucked
own
up.
episode. This episode was released around the time that the creators were still testing out Butters being a main character. And it's a good episode. It's a little dark, little disturbing, but entertaining episode.
Very dark, but very entertaining.
At
Very
251 is Big Gay Al's Big Gay Boat Ride. This episode is the introduction of Big Gay Al, and all around a pretty funny episode. At 249 is Tom.
Oh,
Hardy.
I love this
This
episode.
is another very odd episode. There
I love that shit, bro. That shit was hilarious,
are
bro.
funny moments with Mr. Garrison's nose job turning his face into David Hasselhoff. But something that put me off a little bit is the fact that Wendy murders their new teacher because
Right.
she's jealous of her relationship with Stan.
Right, that was
Yeah, a
fucked
little
up.
weird.
That was fucked
At
up.
248
Damn!
is Keeper. This is another episode that I had a vague memory of, but I
Right.
didn't actually know if I made it up or not. But after I rewatched it, I think it is pretty funny with Cartman becoming the giant monster, and yeah, it's pretty good. At 247 is Quest for Ratings.
Gay
As the
frogs.
boys join the TV production class at school, it becomes clear that all that matters to the people running the station is ratings. The boys are forced to give the people what they want in the name of ratings, meaning terrible television.
Right.
I like this episode because it's a clever commentary on news stations and television just in general.
Yeah. News stations are a lot of ass. You know what I'm saying, bro? A lot of times you do not get what you really, really want from them, and that's the truth.
At 246 is Grey Dawn. This episode parodies old people driving and how they
That
have a
shit was
reputation for not
hilarious.
being great drivers. It's a pretty straightforward South Park parody, but it made me laugh, so upper C tier. At
Hilarious.
245 is Stanley's Cup. I actually think this episode is very funny, and I was thinking about putting it in the B tier, but the episode has a pretty horrific and dark ending,
Yeah.
so I couldn't force myself to put it in B tier. So C tier it is.
Okay.
At 244, we have Gluten-Free Ebola.
Gluten-free
This episode is
Ebola.
actually a pretty clever parody of the whole Ebola situation.
I would love some Papa John's pizza right now, my boys. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I would love some Papa John's pizza right now, bro. That shit would be fucking amazing, bro. I don't even want to see this shit. What kind of pizza do y'all like, man? Ugh, I love that shit.
That was happening at the time. And it would be ranked even higher if they maybe did a little bit more with the commentary, but other
How
than that,
about a
pretty good
pie,
episode.
man?
At 243 is Asperger's. The second part of a two-part series, following the episode You're Getting Old. This episode follows Stan as he continues through this depressing phase that he's in, as well as finds time to make fun of anti-vaxxers and make a parody of The Matrix. So it's a little messy and jumbled, but it's still a pretty funny episode. At 242 is Volcano.
Look out, they're coming right for us.
Only the third episode in the series, this episode follows Stan and the rest of the boys as they go up a hike with his Uncle Jimbo. It has the type of humor you would expect from this early on in South Park, and all around, pretty okay. At 241 is Broadway Brodown. This episode follows Randy as he becomes a very, very big fan of plays for a very specific reason. This episode
We know
even
why.
includes some
Blowjob.
character development from Shelley, but all of that is ruined when Randy accidentally murders her new boyfriend.
Damn. Shelly. Hey, Shelly.
I'm sorry your little friend was killed by Spider-Man tonight.
And then he didn't even own up to it, bro. Shelly.
At 240 is Eek a Penis.
Oh
This
my
episode's
God,
rating
please.
is actually due to the contrast in the two subplots. On one hand, we have Mrs. Garrett.
Okay. I don't think Bloom would do it, but just for fear that might happen, I'm going to skip this because they will stop this live video. I don't think. Now I know Bloom. I know he would not put a fucking picture or I know he wouldn't let a picture play of that shit. But just in case that YouTube won't say shit to me, we're gonna skip this shit.
which if it were its own episode would probably be one of the best episodes in the series. But the fact that we have the Mrs. Garrison side plot really brings this episode's rating down a lot.
Right, I feel you.
How do I reach these geeks?
That shit was hilarious, bro.
And finally, rounding out the C tier at 239, we have South
Extra
Park
cheese,
is Gay.
mushrooms.
This episode as a whole, I'm not a huge fan of. For me, the humor just doesn't land that often, but I couldn't put it that low solely because it has one of my favorite twist endings in the whole series.
This nigga just turned into a crab person.
We are the crab people.
Crab people, boy. Y'all remember the song? Crab people, crab people, crab people. I'm fucking
Hey, it
hollering.
looks like we're losing you.
Yeah, boy. Losing your neck.
And with that, we have made it into the B tier. As I said, everything from the B tier and up I would consider pretty good episodes.
Okay.
Also, sorry if my analysis is a little lackluster in all of these. This is the longest tier, and I'm trying to make sure that this video doesn't end up being 5 hours long, so I'm going to try to shorten my commentaries a little bit for this section. So, to lead off the B tier at 238, we have Sons of Witches. In my opinion, this is one of the better episodes from Season 21, as I think it's pretty funny to watch Randy and all the other dumb parents accidentally summon a literal witch to take over South Park. This episode also has some pretty subtle commentary about the Hollywood sexual assault situation that was going on at the time, so all around a solid episode. At 237 is Prehistoric
That boy got that booty staff. That booty staff.
Iceman. Once again, an early episode of South Park, so the humor in it is mostly early South Park humor, meaning a lot of crude jokes and a lot of swearing. But I think the bit they do where they treat the man like he's been frozen for thousands of years when it's really only been a couple years is pretty funny. So, low B tier. At 236, we have
Chickenpox. The chicken lover.
Yet another Season 2 episode. It follows Officer Barbrady as he learns to read. Once again, just classic early South Park humor, but this one's a little bit special because I just love Officer Barbrady. I've always been a big fan of his character.
Officer Barbrady was hilarious, bro. That was a really good episode, bro.
And at 235, Clubhouses. And yet
like
another
that kid
Season
next
2
door.
Episode. This episode follows the boys as they make a clubhouse with the sole intention of
Mozzarella
playing
sticks.
Truth or Dare with Bebe and Wendy. I sound like a broken record, but once again, early South Park humor, but this one has a slight edge of being relatable to everyone that experienced this as a kid. Now, from the 234th to 230th spots, we have the Season 20 episodes Fort Collins, Wieners Out, The Damned, Member Berries, and Skank Hunt.
Okay.
The reason I grouped all these together is because all of Season 20 is kind of a blur to me in the sense that it all blurred together as sort of one long episode.
Wow.
And the only true distinction I had in the episodes was that the end of the season was worse than the beginning of the season, so that's why I put the beginning of the season.
All right, so he said the biggest thing: drums or flats. Drums or flats. Okay, time out just for a second. Time out for the video. Would you want drums or flats? Personally, if you hand me a flat, I'ma slap the fuck out of you with the flat. I needs the drum. or I'm a drum to beat the goddamn on your head, boy. The fuck wrong with you? My I think my ex-girlfriend used to love flats. No, she still does. I think she likes flats. Me personally, I like drums, boy. Shit, fuck you talking about? Ugly ass.
Here. At 229, we have #rehash. This episode is the perfect example of an episode that's just all around good.
Yes,
Of
it
course,
was.
Randy
with
being
Lord.
Lord and doing what he does out on the stage is pretty funny. Not even to mention the
Ranch,
Michael Jackson
yeah, hell
hologram
yeah.
that they hire a Tupac hologram to hunt down. All around, a solid episode. At 228, we have The Scoots. This episode is funny solely because of what it says about these e-scooter things.
Yes.
Anyone who lives anywhere around these e-scooters knows that they're simultaneously extremely fun and convenient, as well as
Did y'all remember when the e-scooters came out and it was like one day it was like they weren't there, and the next day they were everywhere. It started out with the Lime bikes, though. It was the Lime bikes. So for everybody that's in America, there was the Lime bikes. Excuse me. And then it was the e-scooters, and I mean, I still like the e-scooters. It's kind of like a died down trend, but I still like them. I still fuck with them. That was a really revolutionary idea. That was a revolutionary idea. It was a really great idea. It still is.
extremely annoying and horribly dangerous for all the inexperienced people that ride them.
Hey, that's cool, because I'm going to be doing a cooking with Quizzy. What's up, my boy? 140, man. What's up, my boy? Yes, I will be doing a cooking with Quizzy very soon, bro. Like, I'm going to start it on, I think should be just a Quizzy on demand thing. I might be doing that like from a single man, like me being single and cooking. That would be dope.
So I might just enjoy this episode because I relate to it so heavily, but hey, this is my list, so. At 227, an elephant makes love to a pig.
Oh my gosh.
Not really sure what to say about this episode. Season 1 South Park humor, so there's not really any commentary or deeper meaning behind any of this. It's just a pretty funny episode. And really any episode where Chef is very important in the plot is a good episode in my opinion. So. This episode also introduces Mephisto, who I believe is truly an underrated character. At 226, we have Shots. Another episode that tackled the anti-vaxxer movement. I think this one did it a lot better than an episode like Asperger's. And I gotta admit, it's pretty amusing to watch Cartman run around like an oiled up pig while everyone tries to vaccinate him. At 225 is Handy Car.
Handy Car was a very, very good plot. Like, that was a good idea to do. And it's like to make fun of Uber and Lyft and shit.
This episode is a commentary on all the options people have now for transportation, such as Uber and Lyft. I like that it makes the point that taxi drivers don't really have that much of a reason to complain about their business loss because they just need to improve the conditions of their taxis if they want to compete with these new options.
Facts.
I also love the whole Wacky Racist thing at the end. Wacky Racist has always been one of my favorite cartoons, so bonus points for that.
Okay.
At 224 is Cherokee hair tampons.
What?
I honestly feel like this episode is pretty underrated because not enough people praise it, but
I don't
think
even
it deserves a lot
remember
more
it.
praise than it gets. As someone who's very familiar with people who believe this kind of stuff, I think they tackled the whole holistic medicine thing very well.
Oh, I remember that. Yes. When that boy, was it Kyle? He really needed medical attention, but everybody wanted to kind of like do a spirit and ritual. And doesn't that look like my boy off of that 70s show? I can't remember his name. The hobo.
Cheech and Chong pretending to be Native Americans even though they're Mexicans, just selling random items and saying that they're medicine, as well as the fact that the name of the lady selling everything is misinformation. I mean, that's just comedy genius right there. At 223 is Obama Wins.
Oh, Lord.
While not quite as good as the original Obama election episode back in 2008, this episode is definitely not a bad episode, as it has some funny moments like Cartman trying to rig the election with the sole purpose of being in the new Disney films, and the fact that Cartman thought the place that no one would find the ballots is a Hummer dealership, pretty funny. At 222 is Merry Christmas, Charlie Manson. This episode as a whole, I would say, is pretty forgettable, but
What?
the only reason I ranked it so high is being able to see Cartman's entire extended family is truly a treat that I didn't know I needed.
Yeah.
At 221 is super hard PCness.
What?
As PC Principal begins to fall in love with strong women, Kyle finds the time to create Millennials Against Canada, an organization meant to stop the violence that he believes that Canada is causing through television. This episode is so highly rated solely because of the parallels that it has with the South Park movie, as in the movie, Kyle's mom starts Moms Against Canada for similar reasons. At 220 is Cat Orgy. More dumb early South Park humor, but all around the episode is pretty funny solely because of the dynamic that's shared between Cartman and Shelly, two people that are both psychopaths and very strong opinionated people.
Facts. Shelly is crazy. Like, her ass is literally psycho insane.
At 219 is D Yikes. This episode follows Mrs. Garrison as she decides that now she's a lesbian and she starts hanging out at a lesbian bar. It eventually turns into a very bizarre 300 parody. And
Right.
I don't know, it's just weird. At 218 is 1%. The main plot of this episode parodies the Occupy Wall Street movement, but to me the more interesting part of the episode is the subplot that follows Cartman and the destruction of his toys. It turns out at the end that Cartman is the one destroying his toys, and he planned this whole elaborate thing just to grow up. It's pretty dark.
Wow, okay.
At 217, we have A Boy and a Priest. This is one of a few episodes that make fun of the Catholic Church and the scandals that it's had, but in my opinion, this one probably does the worst out of all of them. Not to say that this is a bad episode, it's still very funny. The other ones are just better, so that's why it's ranked here.
Okay. I
At
can see that.
216 is Dances with Smurfs. This
was when Eric straight became the morning announcer. Look at it, freaky face ass, boy. His I'm gonna take it from you, face ass, boy.
another classic Wendy versus Cartman episode. And I'd say one of the best parts about this episode is the fact that
What's up,
Wendy,
Sam?
for the most part, comes out on top. I also think the parody of Avatar throughout the episode is pretty dumb, but also very funny. So, at 215 is Free Will ZYX. When the boys think that the whale at SeaWorld is talking to them, they decide that they have to save it. And of course, the way that they save it is by launching it onto the moon. Nothing
What?
very insightful or special about this episode, just a good, funny episode.
They were so
At
dumb for that.
214 is It's a Jersey Thing.
This episode was hilarious as well.
This episode's a bit outdated now thanks to the dying out of the whole Jersey Shore fad, but
Right,
if you
right.
can put your mind into that time frame, then this is actually a really well done episode.
Right.
I also think the end is really funny when they get a certain group of people to help them take on the Jersey invasion.
What's the point? Can't you see it's over? Who is that?
Oh my God. Did he do this? This? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and skip that. Oh, fucking hilarious. Oh shit, will you teach me? What's up, my boy? Hope you're doing good, man. Happy 4th to you. Thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate that, my boy. I'm doing good, bro. I'm laid back, chilling with the fam, man. We got quite a little bit to go, and you know, Sam, when we're gonna get more cracking. But yeah, man, I'm having fun, bro. I'm really having fun. I honestly hate that tonight has to be so short. Like, I only have, I wanted to try to get close to an hour of this done, but tomorrow we're going to be knocking this shit out, bro. Like, we're going to get this shit done. Even if it takes another damn day. We're going to be doing live stream 3 days in a row. I don't give a fuck. Well, we're going to be doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get this shit done.
Season 19 was a pretty bright time for South Park in my opinion, and this episode is no exception. Before the show would get caught in the trap of making fun of Trump all the time, this season was the time when they would make fun of Trump, but do it so that it still felt like it was South Park. This episode is a perfect example of that. At 212 is Timmy 2000. This episode is the introduction of Timmy. I don't think I really need to say that much more.
That's facts.
At 211 is Freak Strike. The main plot of this episode follows the boys trying to get Butters to wear a fake...
He said, yo, Quizzy, I gotta go. Needs a ride. Talk soon. All right. Hey, I see you, Jeff, man. Thank you for tuning in, bro. I'll see you, man. I'll hit you up on Discord, bro. Speaking of Discord, will somebody drop the Discord link? Well, no, I take it back. Don't drop the Discord link. Don't drop the Discord link because I actually have another link that I want to promote this live. It's the gaming page. I don't know if anybody has the gaming page, but hey, if you're watching this post YouTube, if you're watching this post live stream, that's what I meant to say. Shout out, go down there. It's going to be the top link in the comments of the gaming page, man. Make sure you join the gaming page. We're doing all the South Park video games and other video games on the gaming page. It's called Gaming with Quizzy, bro. It's Gaming with Quizzy. If anybody has the link, you can post it. If not, I'll post it in just a little bit. Hey, what's up, my boy? Vin said, hey, bro, love your reactions, man. I thank you, my boy. And Jeff, good night, my boy. Have a good night, my boy.
Facial deformity in order to get on the Maury show.
Gosh.
However, the episode really shines when Cartman decides that he's going to go on the Maury show and pretend to be a out-of-control teenage daughter.
I do what I want.
I kill people. Whatever. I do what I want.
At 2:10, we have Korn's groovy pirate ghost.
Oh
mystery.
my God, this was
episode
hilarious.
Is pretty bizarre as it follows the metal band Korn as they go around solving mysteries in a clear Scooby-Doo parody. But I can definitely appreciate the irony in taking a band that many people considered violent and dangerous at the time and making them do something as wholesome as solving mysteries. Also, I think it's pretty cool that the members of the band voiced their characters in this episode.
Oh, that's dope. That is dope, man. I didn't even know
is
that.
the tale of Scrody McBoogerballs. When the boys get caught writing the most disgusting book ever written, they decide to blame it on Butters, saying that he wrote it. This, of course, backfires on them as all the adults love this book and all the deeper meaning that it holds, causing Butter to become an overnight superstar. It's a subtle commentary on how people tend to read a little too deeply into literature and try to find meaning where there is none.
Right.
All in all, a pretty classic South Park episode. At 2:08 is Starvin' Marvin in Space.
Oh, wow.
A classic episode that includes one of my favorite classic characters in Starvin' Marvin. The commentary being made on Christian missionaries and their possible ulterior motives is pretty funny. I also enjoy the fact that the aliens they meet replaced every single noun in their language with the word Marklar. Comedy genius, honestly.
Well, there is a lot of room on Marklar. If Marklar here wants to bring his Marklar to Marklar, that would be fine. Just take our Marklar back to Marklar and bring all the Marklar back with you.
Thanks.
That's like that one character off of Rick and Morty. What is his name? Squanchy or something like that. The character off of Rick and Morty. He said, man, you're squanching all over the place. Shit, I don't know. I think that's his name, bro.
At 207 is Raising the Bar. An episode making fun of Honey Boo Boo I think would have been a little too easy for them at this point, so the fact that they included the side plot with James Cameron basically saving the world while being extremely self-centered about it pretty much saved this episode. At 205 is Freemium Isn't Free. If you're someone who likes to play games on your phone even occasionally, then you can definitely relate to this one. It makes fun of those apps that are extremely pay to win that basically aren't even games.
Right.
It's more just spending money for no reason.
Fact.
What I really enjoy in this episode, though, is Randy consistently scolding Stan over his freemium gaming addiction while trying to find ways to justify his obvious drinking problem.
Well, what about you? You're having a glass of wine.
I'm not having a glass of wine. I'm having 6. It's called a tasting and it's classy.
At 2:05 is The Snook. This episode has a lot of funny moments in it, from Cartman, of course, being incredibly racist, to the location of the bomb being inside of Hillary Clinton, and of course the fact that it was all planned by the British to stop the American Revolution about 300 years after it started.
I never
Yeah, good luck with that, motherfucker.
would have thought my life would look the way it looks 2 years from this program.
Yeah, good luck. Hey, did you know they literally drew up? Hey, you know what's funny? I think it was like after World War II. I think it was after World War II. They literally drew up plans to fight Canada. They literally drew up like America literally drew up plans of how they would invade Canada. I believe it was Canada. That is thank you, my boy. Thank you for that. We're almost there. We're almost to 18K. But thank you still again. Yeah, so they made plans to literally invade Canada, and I was like, my boys, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I wouldn't do that, my boys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can, I'm not, okay. I don't want to, no, I'm not getting into it. No, yes, no, yes. Because, look, yes. All right, so look, Canada is not a pushover, like by any means. Now, you know, I say my boys in the armed forces, man, you know, shout out to my boys in the armed forces, because, you know, they pack some serious firepower. But Canada, by any means, is not a fucking pushover. Bro, I don't care what nobody says. Canada would give America a run for his money had they had to go on a full-scale invasion. Like, that would be, I'm not, and you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't want to think of that, because that would never happen. I don't know. Canada and America going, that would never happen. You know what I would see first? I would see Texas try to become an independent country before I see Canada and America going into a full-scale war. You know what I mean? I doubt that. And you know, did y'all see that Texas was not trying to be? It was like they had. It was like after so long, it was like Texas had to renew this little thing where it was. I'm talking. I'm not talking very with the most educated information on this right now, but I believe it was to a point where Texas had wanted to take a step away from the United States, which would have caused them to get fucking invaded and shit like that. That wouldn't go very well. America went to war with Texas. America went to go into fucking war with Texas would be horrible. That would be a 3-day war, 2-day war. Soon as you roll up there with the tanks, it was like, okay, all right, cool. We're back a part of the United States again. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck is gonna be your ally, boy? Like, shit, bro. Like, who the fuck would be your ally? North Korea, China, Russia, and maybe who else? Who would be your ally for that? Cuba. They would send all the 1990 cars. The fuck. No, man, that's hilarious. That's no, that's not funny at all. Actually, war is not funny at all. War is not funny at all. Honestly, you have no idea how many Canadians ally 100% with America. I think Canada and America, honestly, at this point, could just be one country. Like, to be honest, if Canada, I don't even think Canada is a British colony anymore. But Canada and Afghanistan, possibly. I could see Afghanistan, possibly. China will probably stay out of it and just sell weapons to everybody. But they would be behind, like China would be behind the scenes and shit, like behind a little bush, like Mr. Burns. Excellent, stupid ass.
At 204 is the Ungroundable. Honestly, all around this episode is just pretty okay, but the reason I have it placed so high is solely because of this one joke. At 203,
I think they would move the U.S. military out of Texas. I think they would move that out of Texas. I think they would move that out of Texas before that happened.
Is Cripple Fight. This episode has some very clever commentary on what was a huge issue at the
Civil
time,
War, yeah.
that being the Boy Scouts banning of any openly gay adults from their organization. So when the boys' troop leader is banned for being gay, he's replaced with a new masculine one, who, of course, ends up being, well, you get the picture.
Right.
Now the first activity for this evening will be naked pictures.
Oh, hell no.
At 202 is
Stiff
Ginger
chin
Cow.
ass.
Cartman dresses a cow up as a ginger in an effort to prank Kyle, and by doing this, accidentally brings peace to the Middle East and ushers in 10 years of Van Halen. Kyle
Oh,
is forced
no.
to do some pretty awful things in order to stop Cartman from telling the world that it was fake.
That
the
is
episode makes the point that
nasty.
even though Kyle is doing all this good, his self-righteousness about it kind of kills any praise he gets.
Right.
At 201 is Insecurity. Both storylines in this episode are pretty funny.
Damn.
Watching every man in town do their best Bane impression and
They beating his ass. Oh, no.
an effort to catch the man that they think their wife is cheating on them with is pretty comical. Not to mention watching Cartman try to deal with the home security people and the absolute nightmare that is.
Fact.
In our 200th place, we have Inception. Parodying Inception is nothing new necessarily, but of course South Park does it better than anyone else. By digging deep into the subconscious of Mr. Mackey to try to find the trauma that caused his hoarding problem, they end up discovering a little more than they asked for. Also, the fact that they keep confusing a sheep herder with a hoarder, classic comedy.
All right, so look, for today, we're actually going to stop at is 46 minutes and 51 seconds. Golly, we're only in B tier. He said that was the longest tier. But yeah, so we're gonna stop at that today, and what we're going to do is we're going to resume this tomorrow. We're gonna resume this tomorrow because I actually have to do the South Park video game, and if I know what comes next on the South Park video game, I would just do it on live with everybody. But maybe I might have to do that over on Twitch. I don't know. I've been thinking about doing the South Park video game streamed live on Twitch. What do y'all think about that? You know what I'm saying? I'm not, by the way, just for YouTube, I'm not promoting Twitch, the website, as an alternative for people to go to. I'm not telling anybody from the chat to go to Twitch right now. We are not posting any links. I'm just asking them literally what they would think. But with that disclaimer aside, what would you guys think about doing? What would you guys think about seeing me play the game over on Twitch? Just because, you know, YouTube has pretty strict guidelines, and then what I could do is I'm gonna post a game on YouTube. I'm a live stream it on Twitch and post it on YouTube, like kind of like the next day. What would y'all think about that? Sounds good, most def. All I do is this. Can't wait for the next stream. Yeah, no, next stream will be tomorrow. It will be tomorrow. Bro, I'll watch it. Why not, bro? I got 3 monitors. Might as well. Yeah, I need to get like you, my boy. I really do. It said I watch it there. That's dope. That's dope. Y'all, real quick, before y'all go, hold on. Like, let me show y'all this. Hold on. Not show y'all. I have to get my damn, guys, damn. Hold on, real quick. My bad, y'all. All right, so look, I'm gonna post this right here. Look. This is the, hold on, this is the gaming channel. It's a link to the gaming channel. Fuck, I can't post worth the shit. Fingers too fat. Fingers so fat, can't post. Switch has paid subs though. I'm just gonna take away that. So I saw that where you could take away that. Cause I don't want y'all to pay for it. I don't want y'all to have to pay for it. I'm gonna make my page open, so you can whatever. It's gonna be open at least for the South Park game. I just want a place where we can stream and talk shit and do our thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to have another bill. You know what I'm saying? Maybe when it gets bigger to the point where, you know, like this is like something that I'm doing on a regular basis. Maybe I'll do paid subs. But I'll try to do the games for free. You know what I mean? But I just have to work it out. Let me see. The gaming channel. This is the gaming channel. Right here. Boom. That is... Alright, so look, y'all. I just pinned the gaming channel to the top, okay? So y'all... make sure y'all click on the gaming channel. Go over there and subscribe to the gaming channel if you haven't. You know what I'm saying? You can wait until we get off the stream. We're getting ready to get off. I gotta definitely go handle some business tonight. I gotta do a few things. Oh my gosh, I gotta do so much. But I definitely want to play the video game, and I don't want it to be too late. Me playing the video game, you know, I gotta be a father and shit. You know what I'm saying? But nah. But everybody that just check out the gaming channel if you haven't. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. I just wanted to get y'all opinion. So tomorrow we'll be back on at the same time. So same Wednesday schedule. We'll be back on at the same time, 7 p.m. If you don't see me, 7:30 to 8. But I'll definitely be posting on the Discord that I'm going live again. So definitely come back with y'all A game. You know what I'm saying? With your popcorn, ready to watch some shit, man. Ready to talk shit. Yep, make sure that we're right there at 46 minutes and 51 seconds. Cool. So, man, I love y'all, man. Say you don't got to be a father, bro. You are a father. Look at what you achieved. Nothing but respect. Thank you, my boy. I appreciate that, man. No, I really do, bro. I really do, bro. I'm glad to have you back. Shout out to everybody that has a wonderful birthday that just passed, belated. Shout out to everybody that has a wonderful birthday coming up very soon. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow. We're going to be chilling. We're going to kick it. You know what I'm saying? My boys, man. Guess it's time for me to go. Love y'all. Be